Hi all, welcome to i-tutor Academy. In today's session, we will start with the Unit 9, that is Long Run Cost Analysis. It's MMPC 010. And objectives of this chapter are analyze the behavior of cost in long run, comprehend the different resources of economies of scale, explain various functional forms of production and cost, understand empirical determination of these theoretical functions, identify managerial uses of such empirical estimates. Structure of this unit are introduction, long-run cost functions, economies and diseconomies of scale, learning curve, economies of scope, cost function and its determinants, estimation of cost function, empirical estimation of cost function, managerial uses of cost function, summary, self-assessment question, and further reading session. Okay. So let's begin with the introduction part. In Unit 8, you have learned about different cost concepts used by managers in decision making process, the relationship between these concepts and the distinction between accounting cost and economic cost and short run cost analysis and its application in managerial decision making. We will continue the analysis of cost in this unit also. So long term cost analysis will be discussed. And the process of decision making, a manager should understand clearly the relationship between the inputs and output on one hand and output and cost on the other. An estimation of cost curves will help production manager in understanding the nature and shape of cost curves and taking useful decisions. Both short run cost function and the long run cost function must be estimated, since both set of information will be required for some vital decisions, and knowledge of the short run cost function allow the decision makers to judge the optimality of present output levels and to solve decision problems of production manager. And knowledge of long run cost function is important when considering the expansion or contraction of plant size and for confirming that the present plant size is optimal for the output level that is being produced. So in the present unit, so we will discuss different approaches to examination of cost function and analysis of some empirical estimates of this function and managerial uses of the estimated function. Next is long run cost function. And in the long run, all input are variable and a firm can have a number of alternative plant size and level of output that it wants, and there are no fixed cost function that is total or average in the long run, since no input are fixed. A useful way of looking at the long run is to consider it a planning horizon. And the long run cost curve is also called planning curve because it helps the firm in future decision making process. Okay, so that is planning curve. So this is a figure 9.1 short run and long run average cost curve. Okay, so please refer from your study material. And the long run cost output relationship can be shown with the help of a long run cost curve. The long run average cost curve, that is LRAC, is derived from short run average cost curve, that is SRAC. And let us illustrate this with the help of a simple example. A firm faces a choice of production with three different plant sizes, that is plant size 1, that is small size, 2 is medium size, and plant 3 is large size, and plant 4 is very large. So the short run average cost function shown figure 9.1. So that is the in above 9.1. Okay, so please refer that. And in clearly the average cost is lower for plant size 1, and thus point A is 1 point on the longer run average cost curve. So by representing this process for various rate of output, the long run average cost is determined. And for output rate of 0 to Q2 plant size, list the size 1 is the most efficient, and that part of SRAC 1 is part of the long run cost function. For output rates of Q2 to Q3, plant size 2 is the most efficient, and for output rate Q3 to Q4, and plant size 3 is the most efficient, and scallop shaped curve shown in bold phase in figure 9.1 is the long run average cost curve for this phase. and this bold faces curve is called the envelope curve. And asset envelope short run average cost curves, and FAME plan to be on this envelope curve in the long run, and consider a FAME currently uh, operating and plant size 2 and producing Q1 unit at a cost of C2 per unit. If output is expected to remain at Q1, the FAME will plan to adjust to plant size 1, thus reducing average cost to C1. And the most FAME will have many alternative plant size to choose from, and there is a short run average cost curve corresponding to each. So a few of the short run average cost curves for these plant are shown figure. Here is the 9.2, that is short run, long run average cost and marginal one. So this is, please refer from your study material. And the long run cost curve serves as long run planning mechanism for the FAME, and it shows the least per cost at any output can be produced after the FAME has had time to make all appropriate adjustment in its plant size. And for example, suppose that the FAME is operating on short run average cost curve, that is SARAC3, shown in figure 9.2, that's an above case, and the FAME is currently producing an output of Q. By using SRAC3, it is seen that the FAME average cost is C2. Clearly, if projection of future demand indicate that the FAME could expect to continue selling Q units per period at the market price, profit could be increased significantly by increasing the scale of plant to the size associated with the short run average cost curve, that is SRAC4. And with this plant, average cost for an output rate of Q would be C2, and the FAME's profit per unit would increase by C2 C1. Thus total profit would increase by C2 minus C1 into Q. Okay. So the U shape of LRAC curve reflects the law of return to scale. And according to these laws, the cost per unit of production decreases as plant size increase due to the economies of scale which the large plant size make possible. So, but the economies of scale exist only up to the certain size of plant, known as optimum plant size, where all possible economies of scale are fully exploited. And beyond the optimum plant size, diseconomies of scale arise due to managerial inefficiencies. As plant size increase beyond a limit, the control, the feedback of information at different levels, and decision making process became less efficient. So this makes the LRAC curve turn upward. And given the LRAC in figure 9.2, we can say that there are increasing return to scale up to Q, and decreasing return to scale up beyond Q also. So therefore the point Q is the point of optimum output, and the corresponding plant size 4 is the optimum plant size. So if you have long run average cost of producing a given output, you can readily derive the long run total cost of the output, since the long run total cost is simply the product of long run average cost and output. Okay, so next is figure 9.3, that is long run cost total cost function. Okay, so this is output is here, and long run total cost is here, and long run total cost, this is the long run total cost. Okay, that is the figure, and activity 1 is here based on this subsection. So please try to do it, and it will help you. In between any doubt, you can contact us anytime, and the next subsection we will discuss on next video. And for more MBA series, you just do like, share and subscribe our channel. Thank you so much.
i-tutor Academy presents IGNOU MBA Complete Syllabus Coverage Classes for individual students, semester-wise subject with online flexible timing. For more details, contact on +91 623 827 1885